many people acknowledged when Kamala Harris was chosen to be Biden's VP pick that she was already in certain categories the first to be chosen to be a major party nominee. And if she were to become the VP, she would be the first of several different categories, from being a woman to being black to being, I think they were citing like it was like west of Texas or something like that. There's a number of different things. That is making the right lose their minds. So Ari Fleischer dismissed her being picked as just not that historically exciting to African Americans. And I know what all of you were wondering. You were wondering, what does Ari Fleischer think about this? So now you know, good. Trump surrogate said Kamala Harris isn't black enough. Quote, she is descended from slave owners. Yeah. I mean, you got, like, let's take a look at Mark Levin, because he starts off his show just launching into a conversation about what she is and what she isn't.
I'm going to tell you this. I'm not going to be a stickler about this, but the media will insist on it. Kamala Harris is not an African American. She is Indian and Jamaican. Jamaica is part of the Caribbean. India is out there near China. I only point that out because if you dare raise that, you're attacked. But the truth is she's not. And so I just wanted to make that clear. Her ancestry does not go back to American slavery. To the best of my knowledge, her ancestry doesn't go back to slavery at all. So I want to point that out because of the bizarre nature of our politics today about who is what and so forth and so on. Normally I wouldn't care. I still don't care. But I keep hearing people say she would be the first African American vice president. No, if she's elected, God forbid, or nominated and then elected, she's still not the first African American vice president. Just want to point that out. She'd be the first vice president of color, but not African American.
Yeah, you know what they don't care about is identity politics. They just want to break down for like a solid minute about what exact identity they will allow, not her to claim, but like someone to be excited for, about, because it's her. Like there's nothing they care about more.
Okay, so this is her. Not you said the previous person said she's not black enough. Now the ethnicity of Kamala Harris is all coming forward and all that stuff. So I remember they were crazy mad about some. I think it was Joe Biden who said someone wasn't black enough. You ain't black if you're gonna be voting for Trump, right? Black folks are upset about that, by the way. So you had an issue with him saying that, but you don't have an issue with then coming forward as soon as the ticket is announced and saying all this. Which one is it? There's literally nowhere where they can stand anymore because they've criticized so many things and then also supported so many other crazy things that there's no cohesive argument for anything that they'll be saying now. Like she's not, first off, there's a problem if she's not black enough or anyone's not black enough, but you got surrogates saying the same thing now. You can't criticize anymore. How you should be criticizing the same people that are saying what you criticized before. Oh, unless they're supporting you and they're in your party. It's way too transparent for us to continue to see this happening. People are thinking and they're seeing and they're listening to what you're saying. I don't know how we can continue down this road.
Yeah.
I don't think they're trying anymore, bro. They're not trying.
Look, we're gonna talk about tomorrow on the show the QAnon supporter that just won a primary and is almost certainly going to, because it's a super red district, they're gonna be like you understand, like there are huge policy differences between the parties, but they have lost their minds. They are openly electing crazy people who believe in demonic pedophile cults and stuff like that. They're thought leaders, the Tucker Carlsons, the Ben Shapiros. Like, have you paid attention to what they're saying? I try to expose people to it a little bit. It's crazy. But like anyway, so on this, on Mark Levin, as many people are acknowledging in our YouTube chat, she doesn't have anything to do with slavery because her ancestry doesn't come through that. It comes through Jamaica, and all of the black people in Jamaica were there 3,000 years ago. What these people think that they're historians? They really seriously do. There was slavery in Jamaica.
Well, I mean,
what are you supposed to say to these people?
I mean, John,
like the bar is in the core of the earth for their commentators. You don't have to care at all about what you say or whether it's true, whether it's internally consistent, externally consistent. Passes a smell test, smells like S. I don't know. They can say anything they want.
Well, it's obvious, John. If you'd have just watched Cool Runnings, you'd have the degree of history that these conservatives have about Jamaica, because that's all you need to know is Cool Runnings, and then Jamaica is Jamaica. That's it. That's all they really care about. These are black folks that, again, they still don't really give a damn about and just use it as a political tool.
Yeah.
Because if you're Jamaican, there's absolutely nothing there's no life experiences that you could have had that would help you understand how inequalities work and how we need to advance a certain way because you're Jamaican and Indian. Okay.
There was a story, you were talking about the Cory Booker thing. There was this real estate agent who was in the process of kicking out a black family from trying to rent a house. Then he said, sorry, you're Jamaican. I forgot, sorry. I almost made a horrible mistake there.
Oh, man.
Get back in, come on, we want you here. Like,
can we go real fast back to Ari Fleischer? Sorry.
Yes.
I'm actually trying not to mispronounce his name.
That's nice of you.
I may have still done it. I'm sorry. So correct me if I'm wrong. So who are these black folks he's been talking to? These black Americans who have an issue with Kamala. I'm waiting for him to cite these examples because politicians always like to tell the American people what the American people want and what the American people said when they've spoken to zero American people, and especially zero black American people. They've definitely not done that. And if they had, they run back and then give the opposite point that they actually made because the real points definitely don't match up with their agenda. So already talking about what black Americans want, I'm gonna need him to go ahead and
by the way, if you are any category of person, you get to decide whether Harris being chosen inspires you or makes you feel recognized or seen. You get to do that. Definitely not Ari Fleischer. We can have conversations about other people or groups of people getting to decide, but definitely not him. You get to decide that. It's not like some right winger gets to say, oh no, I talked to someone and nobody cares. And also I would say, I understand that there's a disagreement even here on the left about whether you should be inspired at all. I personally think if you want to be inspired by seeing people that are more like you in literally any way being involved in politics, you should do that. I think of it as a separate thing from whether it's a good thing for someone who holds certain policies to be put in that position. I think ideally both of those are good. But I disagree with her significantly on a number of issues. I worry about what she'll do potentially in the future, and I don't want her being present someday instead of someone like AOC. All at the same time, if you've literally never seen a woman in a position like this and it makes you feel good. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You get to decide. I don't. And the same for her being black or having Indian heritage or literally anything. If you want to be inspired or happy that that's happening, that's up to you. It's not, and if it is, and if you don't, that's up to you too, honestly. You get to decide that, not somebody on Fox News or someone on the Damage Report, honestly.
If you're worried about identity politics and black folks are glumming on to Kamala Harris just because of the identity and the potential shared experience or the potential shared knowledge of what goes on in America, hey, and you're having trouble voting for her because she doesn't identify with you, welcome to the party. For the entire history of the country leading up to Obama, black folks had to hold their nose and vote for someone who had no idea what their life was like, who had no idea what their experiences were, and who espoused policies that did nothing to remedy those situations. So we still had to keep voting for them. So when black folks say we want to vote somebody who looks like us, sounds like us, understands our problems, hey, calm down and let black folks be excited about someone who potentially has those types of characteristics. Hey, and if they fell short in different ways, you know what black folks can also do? Hold them accountable.
Yes.
I don't understand why people think just because you support someone that you then have to not say anything to them. That's ridiculous. Why is that the case? This isn't Trump supporters, red hat rallies, where if you say one thing different, then he has to kick you out of the whole place. That's not how this works.
Yeah, and if someone tries to tell you that, like, what do you think TYT was doing during the Obama years? Just supporting whatever he said?
That's what they'll tell you. They'll tell you that that's what we did.
We were hated by the Democratic Party and still are because of that, because we're critical of all of them. if they deserve to be criticized.
And when
if you do something that's bad, no matter what letter is before your name. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.